better than what we have now. And because when you start, like Patrice said, when you start from the beginning, it won't be something that you are afraid of. So I would like to see also science journalists in general start being afraid of science. It is rocket science, but it's not that difficult, I think.
We can all go to the moon.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Ahmed, can you speak into the microphone?
We have a weekly science program called An Kathab. I don't know how to translate it into English. It's a close look or something like that. We produce it in Germany. It is produced by a German company there for us. And we translate it into Arabic. And this brings me back to the matter of translation. Translation is not a problem in itself. Whatever the translation you come with for stem cells, for example, just put it through a popular news media organization like Aljazeera, and it will become widely recognized. So everyone will understand it. It doesn't really matter what you translate it. It will one day, people will. But what I really want to see within the coming 2 or 3 years, as long as we have enough funding in this part of the world, to create a framework which can organize the relationship between scientists and journalists. And out of this framework, maybe we can establish an institute like the Royal Institute. Why not here in Qatar? Take the initiative and ask this city, this education city, to take the initiative and establish that thing, a framework where we can meet on a regular basis every week or every month, and then say we will work with Cornell University in covering their programs. They're opening up their labs in front of us. If we can come up with that initiative, I think that will enable us in the future to organize the relationship and to make it more fruitful and more productive. But we've got to take the first step, create that framework. If we can do that, and I give you one example for this, the language of the deaf signs, or etc. Al Jazeera has unified that in the Arab world through the one bulletin that we have, a weekly bulletin. Now, those people all over the Arab world understand one language, which is Al Jazeera's. And now we are translating the Quran for them and this sort of thing. So it's just put it in front of a popular media organization, and you can never believe the sort of attention it will generate and give to you. So let's create that framework, put it on their tables for discussion, and as journalists, we are ready to be educated by scientists like the doctor here.
Well, on that very optimistic note, I'd like to conclude tonight's discussion. I'd like to very much thank our panelists, Gervais Mbarga, Patrice Goldberg, Zeynep Rossen, Ahmed El Sheikh, and Khalid Madshaka. I'd like to thank you very much for your very lively questions and comments. I'd also like to thank the World Federation of Science Journalists, the Qatar Foundation, Weill Cornell Medical College, Al Jazeera, and the Al Jazeera Training Center for what has been a very fruitful discussion, and I hope the beginning of a much longer debate and discussion to move this field forward. For me, Shireen El-Feki, thank you very much. Good night.